A day after Ukraine marked its counteroffensive to retake the city of Kherson, over 20 so-called accomplices of Ukraine's military have been arrested by pro-Russia officials in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia, the Moscow Times reported on Thursday, citing AFP. Members of the Russian Guard detained 21 accomplices of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the SBU Security Service in the Moscow-occupied region of Kherson and the partially controlled region of Zaporizhzhia. The pro-Kremlin regional administration in Kherson said. Various weapons and ammunition, including 53 hand grenades and more than 24 kilograms or 53 pounds of explosives, have been seized, the short report added. The arrests come amid a heightening of Ukrainian successes at the front lines towards the east, using artillery and weaponry made by allied nations from NATO, according to the BBC. These not only include the American-made high-mobility artillery rocket system or HIMARS, but also France's Caesar self-propelled howitzer and Poland's Crab howitzer. In recent weeks, Ukrainian civilians and soldiers have watched, often gleefully, as drone footage and other videos uploaded to the internet appear to have shown a series of massive explosions in Russian-held territory. It is widely reported that these are large ammunition stores, kept far behind the front lines, but now within reach of the newly arrived Western weaponry, the BBC added. However, the BBC further revealed how Ukrainian soldiers have reiterated that the existing numbers of weapons and manpower, which continue to include foreign volunteers, are nowhere near enough. For now, Western governments have refused to send officials or contractors into Ukraine to help with military recruitment and training efforts. A handful of private organizations are operating here independently, the report says. Meanwhile, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has been the subject of controversy and online mockery following the release of a Vogue magazine cover story photoshoot featuring him and his wife, First Lady Olena Zelenska. The cover story profiles Zelenska, carrying the headline Portrait of Bravery, and includes photographs of the couple embracing and holding hands at the presidential office compound, as well as multiple photographs of Zelenska seated at an underground bunker and standing in a war zone area, surrounded by women Ukrainian soldiers. In our two conversations in Kiev, Zelenska was forthright, dignified, elegant, a subtle promoter of Ukrainian designers. On one day, she wore an ecru silk blouse with a black velvet bow tied around the neck and a black mid-calf skirt, her ash blonde hair swept up in a loose bun. The next day, it was wide-leg jeans, chunky white sneakers with yellow and blue detailing, a nod to the Ukrainian flag, and a fundraising project by the brand The Coat, her hair loose on her shoulders, and a rust-colored button-down shirt. I couldn't help but think the shirt had the same rusty hue as the burned-out Russian tanks that I saw lining roads in Irpin and Busha, suburbs of Kiev where Ukraine pushed back the Russians. The profile, written by Rachel Donadio, said. Criticisms of the profile came from the likes of culture writer Manik Sharma, who had this to say in an opinion piece for First Post. It's influencer pedagogy at play, with an outsider occupying a frame and looking the oddest one out. Empathy is one thing, but this is a perverse devouring of the moment that really belongs to the women standing next to the First Lady. It's frankly awkward to contemplate the devastation that has been caused in Ukraine, alongside this self-appraising photoshoot that looks like a sophomore intervention, trying to turn an actual life and death situation. Yes, there is something like soft power, but when bombs are literally falling from the sky, you don't rush to the closet to piece together your greatest couplet yet. You scream and sound the alarm so that others can save themselves too. For The Print, this is Raghav Bikhchandani. For more, log on to theprint.in and follow us on social media.